Well, I am down here at the Five Star Theater with Dennis McGee, who is the District 1 City Director candidate.
Right.
And you're a hometown guy, I guess.
Well,
been here a long time?
I've been 34 years.
Okay, that's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
And lived all this time in District 1. Lived at the same house on the same street corner 32 years. I married Sarah Nelson back 30 years ago, 31 years ago, who is a local. And but I've always been interested and worked in District 1 as far as real estate. I had rent properties that and tore a house down and cleaned up a street or two.
Now, where is District 1? Tell us again.
Oh, it covers all the way down to Orange Street through downtown, all the way down Whittington, all the way up Park Avenue to Belvedere, out to Spring Street, and actually comes around on Malvern between Cones and Ridgeway, right in front of the new Walmart.
All right, that marketplace.
Yeah, right in that little area there.
Now,
big district.
Now, you've said on your platform that historic preservation and what we're going to do with the Majestic was pretty important. Is that right?
Absolutely, because it's going to impact that property alone, not just that property, but for that whole end of town. I think everyone has to realize, and I think they do, that the original, the economic engine of the downtown historic district and Park Avenue is what built all the neighborhoods, even way back 100 years or more. So, I mean, these people walked to work or rode a horse to the Majestic. So that's what built the neighborhoods, and will continue to flourish them if we get the right economic, job-producing, revenue-producing, whatever on that property.
So tell me how you're feeling about tonight. It's down to the wire now.
I know.
So how do you feel?
I feel real good.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay.
I certainly do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we are so glad to interview with you.
Well, thank you.
We wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank
I appreciate
you.
that. Bye-bye.
Well, I am here at the Five Star Theater with Susan Jones. You are a candidate for the City Director for District 3.
Yes.
Where is District 3?
It's a very strange, everybody asks me that, and it's kind of hard to explain. If you go to St. Louis, and just behind St. Louis, the railroad track runs through there. It follows the railroad track as the back leg. Then it goes up towards Quapaw, Prospect, but it includes some of the roads, and it doesn't include other parts of the roads. So it just kind of is an octopus that runs through
So
there.
is it over like in the McLeod's area, in that area on Albert Pike? Okay, all right. I kind of know where that is. All right. So tell me a little bit about your background, Susan. You're a teacher, is that right?
I was a teacher, kindergarten, first grade for 12 years. And we left there and moved back to Arkansas because my husband had been offered the job at the church where I grew up. And at that point in time, we just started kind of figuring out what it was that we could do in Hot Springs to hopefully make a difference. And so that's what led us to where we are today.
So what do you think is one of the biggest items on your platform that made you throw your hat in the ring this time for City Director?
The fact that I know that Hot Springs has turned away several really good companies that would have fit in with the fact that we are an amazing tourist town. And I know that people don't want that to change, but there were several big businesses that had looked at Hot Springs, highly considered Hot Springs, really thought about coming to Hot Springs, but for some reason we ran them off.
I see.
And I have children and grandchildren who live here, and I want them to stay here. And without good jobs, we're not going to do that. And so my goal is to see the county and the city work together to bring in businesses that are complementary to what we have. And supply a promise for a future for our kids and our grandkids.
Well, that's a very strong platform. That's a very strong platform.
You know, I think that would be the hub of anything and everything we do from that point on.
So how do you feel about tonight?
Well, it depends on who you ask. If you ask those who are helping me, I feel real good. If you ask those who are opposing me, I feel real bad. So.
Just nervous?
I'm just ready to have a total and be done.
I know. You're ready for November 9th to be here, right?
Absolutely. Right. And I'm sleeping late no matter what in the morning.
Okay. All right. We're going to hold you to that.
Okay. That sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you for interviewing with us, and we wish you the best.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, wake up.
There you are. It's getting late.
So what are we doing down here tonight?
We're just hugging a bunch of people right now,
Yeah.
but it's still a little bit early, although it looks like this is one heck of a race. We all knew it was going to be.
Yeah.
So, they're calling races quicker than it takes me to take a shower.
Well, you know what I want to know is, have the people in California even gotten out of bed yet this morning to vote?
I don't know about anything. I'm a diehard conservative, and I personally pray that Trump can pull this off. But the other thing I do know is that I am so tired of politics right now.
So are you looking forward to November 9th?
I'm looking forward to maybe a day of rest, at least one day.
Yeah.
They gotta get back in the groove and put some more attention to our business.
I was going to say, you've had how many of these parties?
We've had
At least three or four?
This is our fourth party.
Okay.
Our fourth
all right.
party, and the results are always the same. I'm tired. Yeah.
Well, then we've clinched that one, okay?
But this is exciting. This is the most exciting election in my lifetime.
Yeah, it is.
For sure. And so I'm just, are we actually on TV here? Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
How
Can
are
you see everybody out in TV
My
land?
friend Brenda. We meet like this every once in a while. But it's exciting, and the people are here, and we've got a nice crowd. They're having a good time, and I expect it to pick up even more here as the night goes on.
I've heard it's been crowded just about every time.
I think
it must be the hot dogs.
Well, we got hot dogs, nachos, popcorn, pickles, chips, candy, and what's that say? Cheesecake.
Wow. Okay, they're coming for the
hungry.
cheesecake.
I'm getting hungry. Yeah.
Well, Tom, thanks for doing this. It's a
you're
great
welcome.
thing in Hot Springs.
You're welcome.
And I wish you the luck with your candidates.
Well,
all of them.
One thing's for sure, somebody's candidates are going to win tonight.
That's right. That's right.
We hope.
Yes. All right.
We hope. So thanks, Brenda.
We'll go have fun.
Good to see you.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Well, I've run into Tiffany Thornton Carney.
Yes, hi.
Big star from Disney.
Brenda,
Yeah.
thank you.
Hi.
Appreciate it.
And you're down here in Hot Springs watching the returns at the
Yes.
5-star.
Yes, I am.
So, will you tell us on camera who you're pulling for?
Well, I'm pulling for my friend Susan Jones from District 3.
okay,
I just
okay.
love the Jones family. I've known them for a long time. And I love Dennis McGee. I've gotten to know him well over the past few months, and just what he stands for. He's got a really sweet spirit about him. And I'm in District 1. I voted for Renee Westfall, so I'm hoping she'll pull through. But I know God's in control no matter what.
Yep.
And he's got a plan and a purpose, and so I just rest in that and
Well,
wish them well.
sounds like you're for a little change on our city board.
Yes, I just think that it's time for some change.
Yeah.
I've lived here for a couple years, and I think that the citizens here need to be heard, and I think that the emails that are sent in need to be read, and I think that the people that want to speak at the meetings need to be heard and considered how they feel about things. And I think that some people that serve don't really give them that opportunity, or are just set in a certain way of doing things, and that's hard because it's important how the people who live here feel about things.
Right.
And sometimes the people just aren't heard, and I think change would bring that about.
Well, sounds good. And it sounds like those three will possibly be the voice of the people.
Community.
Yeah.
I'm sure hoping so. And it's not to discredit the other people who are on the board,
Right.
who will run in the future, or who are running now. It's possible that change could happen regardless of who is on the board.
Right.
But I just hope that maybe if the people that I'm hoping will be on the board are not, that it will open the eyes of the people who are on the board to the real need in our community for the people to be heard.
Well, we're going to wish Susan, Dennis,
Yes.
and Renee
Yes.
all good luck tonight.
Yes.
Thank you for talking with
Thanks,
me.
Brenda.
All right,
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, I'm talking to Mike McCormick, our sheriff. You were unopposed this year.
I was.
That's awesome.
It was an easy election for me.
That's good. I have to tell you, I voted for you too.
I appreciate it.
Isn't that cool?
I appreciate it. I only needed one.
So you're probably remembering, though, what it feels like to be a candidate and what this night feels like.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's just a spark of excitement going on, especially if you know you're winning.
Yeah,
And then on the opposite end of the scale, if you're not, I mean, I can only imagine how that feels.
yeah. Because you put a lot of hard work into it, and a lot of people do that for you, and it's like you don't want to let them down. So you didn't have that this year.
No, I did not, and it was a godsend.
Yeah.
It was a godsend. I'm very pleased.
Well, evidently we are happy to have you and what you're doing for us here in Garland County.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank
Yeah.
you for your support.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the other candidates here tonight? Are there any special ones that you have endorsed publicly would share that?
No, I've stayed away from, as an elected official in office, I've stayed away from
I
that.
kind of figured that.
Of course, the Republicans I was strongly behind,
Okay.
and I see some great results. There's a couple that I'm kind of disappointed in.
Yeah.
And on a national level, at least at this point, I mean, it's very promising.
Yeah.
Trump is looking strong.
It's still just up in the air.
Yes, it is.
So I guess we're just going to have to wait until tomorrow morning to figure out what's going to happen.
Well, I'm going to know before I go to sleep tonight.
Are you?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
All right. You're one of those.
Yes, I am.
I'm willing to go to bed tonight and just wake up and find out who did it.
But I'm feeling good as of right now.
Well, good deal. Well, good deal. Thank you for talking to us. I
Anytime.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
All righty. All right, we are up here at the Democratic headquarters in Garland County, and I am with Jerry Rappan, and you are vying for what position?
State Representative District 25, which
Okay.
covers like the eastern half of Hot Springs and out into Garland County.
Okay, all right. And is this your first time to enter a race as a candidate?
I ran once before for a state representative position 5 years ago when there was a special election. That was
Okay.
held March 8th, and I campaigned through the snow and the ice,
Oh
and
my gosh.
you have a much smaller turnout in
Yeah.
a special election. So
Yes.
it's sort of like a first time.
Okay, so you got your feet wet.
You got it.
So how's it looking tonight?
Well,
so
it's
far?
looking very challenging. I
Okay,
was looking
all right.
for the early votes to come
Yeah.
in a little bit stronger. I think there's a lot of elderly Democrats that are used to voting on election day,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think really the polling places around the city are going to turn my way somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got a burden to overcome, and I think smart candidates don't really come out at this stage of a campaign to talk, but we're in the middle of a battle
Well,
right
we're
now.
hopeful. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
And that's what you're here for. And it looks like you've got a great turnout in here. A
Well,
lot of support.
We're having a good time, and there has been a lot of support, a lot of thumbs up, and hand clapping, and just really an enjoyable campaign.
Good deal. Good deal. And I'm sure that you're on the watch for other candidates as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Who are we pulling for here?
Well, we're pulling for Judy Ladd.
Yes.
We're pulling for Connor Eldridge. We're
Okay.
certainly pulling for Hillary Clinton,
Okay.
first woman president in our nation's history.
That's right. And you and I were looking, and it looked pretty up in the air right now.
Looks pretty challenging.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be glued to their sets
Yeah.
tonight.
So I would imagine that you're pretty ready for November the 9th to just be here and to have this all out of the way, aren't you?
What a wonderful day. I will return to court tomorrow morning as
Okay.
an attorney, and
Okay.
I've got a list of things to take my attention away from campaigning, and that's
Okay.
a great thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we wish you the best tonight. You got a lot of support in here, and I'm hearing too a lot of Republicans saying you're the only Democrat that I voted for, and I think that's pretty.
I get some of that. I
Yeah.
sure do. When they say they're crossing over in bipartisan,
Right.
some of them mean I'm the one they voted for. So I take some pride and satisfaction in that.
I was going to say that's quite a feather in your cap. So, well, we wish you luck tonight.
Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.